Well, on your screen now are live visuals of the remains of those fallen soldiers being taken to the Air Force Base, where, of course, they will be prepared for those two ceremonies that are set to take place a little later on, where the President and the Commander-in-Chief will also be paying tribute to these fallen soldiers. They are now currently making their way to the Air Force Base, where those ceremonies are set to take place in the next couple of hours or so. Junior Kumalo, our colleague, is of course there. We have a team that's on the ground keeping an eye on the proceedings. They will give us an update as soon as we are able to establish contact with them. Junior Kumalo is there, and so is Naledi Moleo, who joins us now. In a short while, they will be talking to them. They will be keeping us updated as to what's going to happen next, leading up to those two ceremonies a little later on. These visuals are live from the Air Force Base. For now, though, let's continue with the story we're doing on. Naledi Moleo is going to take us live now. Naledi, from where you are standing, can you tell us what you are able to see?
Well, good evening once again, Vuyo. As you can see, the 14 bodies or remains of these individuals making their way here into this hangar, where we are starting to see then the ceremony really starting to shape up, where the preparations are taking place. This convoy, as you can see, an institution that carries and ferries bodies, bringing some of these remains in, and if you count the cars, one would see that it is, of course, fully representative of the number of the troops that are being memorialized this evening, as we see that memorial service and also the handover process taking place. Many of those officials also making their way in. We know that as they make their way into the hangar, we will also see them at around 6 o'clock make their way out. And it is what one would call a somber moment. Many of the troops also starting to make their way in.
That is his responsibility. When he agrees, he takes responsibility, because we can't come here today and start arguing that the president deployed the forces, they were not ready. What did Mapinga say as the commander?
Well, talking about the commander-in-chief of the armed forces in South Africa, there is the president emerge out of the car and going to sit exactly at the seat that you had predicted, General. So General Rudzani Mapinga must take responsibility for what has happened.
He actually must take. If I were him, if he takes advice, I think he should be able to say, I have missed.
CONGO, as we all know, CONGO has not been at rest for many years, especially the eastern part of CONGO. I can say since 1960, when CONGO got independence, this part of CONGO, and you know where I come from, we border with CONGO, has been restless and has not had peace. Now, the current escalation and the conflict is occasioned by the M23 group that is fighting with the government forces, and there is a territory that they captured, and of course recently they also captured the town of Goma, and continues to raise a concern not only in the international community but mainly in the East African community, that we want peace across. And indeed, like we have said, there is going to be a summit of the East African presidents to discuss this issue. It will be held virtually, but as a country, as a government, our view is that the fighting groups should get to the table to negotiate and find a peaceful resolution of the conflict.
Non-sexist. We want to live together in peace, harmony, and equality. We do want to see our country succeed and growing. We must not allow others to define us, but more importantly, to divide us. At a time like this, we need to stand united as a nation, particularly now when we are facing a harsh global wind. This is not the time for any of us to rush off to foreign lands to lay complaints about issues that we ourselves can solve here in this country. We need South African solutions for South African problems. While there are many diverse and different voices in our country, we must strive to convey a common message. We must say to our people and to the world that we are committed to work together to build a society in which all South Africans are free and equal, to build a nation that works for all. And together we should be better at being weavers. We should be better at being builders, to build a nation working along it.
Bien le bonjour fidèles téléspectateurs de la télévision panafricaine Afrique Média, c'est avec le même plaisir que nous vous retrouvons en direct et en exclusivité d'Addis Abeba au siège de l'Union africaine pour vous faire vivre sur nos antennes cette 38e session ordinaire des chefs d'État et de gouvernement de l'Union africaine. Cette 38e édition sera bien évidemment marquée par le conflit qui ici actuellement à l'est de la République démocratique du Congo. Les hostilités ont d'ores et déjà été ouvertes ce 12 février 2025, c'est-à-dire hier ici à Addis Abeba. C'était une réunion des ministres des Affaires étrangères où il fallait alors choisir les membres du Conseil paix et sécurité de l'Union africaine. Le Rwanda était bien évidemment candidat avec d'autres pays, mais l'isolation du Rwanda se fait de plus en plus ressentir. On a pu observer qu'à l'issue du vote, une seule voix a été engrangée par le Rwanda, et c'est-à-dire sa voix, c'est dire l'union faite autour de la République démocratique du Congo dans l'agression qu'elle subit actuellement à l'est de la RDC. Les nombreuses parties ont un certain nombre de réclamations qui ont été faites. Les présidents de la CEAC ont demandé, pas seulement eux, un retrait immédiat, un cessez-le-feu, un retrait des troupes du M23 de la République démocratique du Congo. On demande de revenir à de meilleurs accords. L'accord de Luanda est bien évidemment mis en avant lors d'un entretien entre le président directeur général de la télévision panafricaine et le ministre angolais des Affaires étrangères. Des échanges ont été entretenus sur la nécessité d'un cessez-le-feu en République démocratique du Congo, d'un retrait des troupes du M23 pour permettre aux Congolais de retrouver leur quiétude, de retrouver la paix, et on permettrait également aux Congolais qui ont été déplacés de revenir du côté de l'Est de la RDC. Cette 38e session ordinaire des chefs d'État et de gouvernement sera bien évidemment marquée par l'actualité en République démocratique du Congo, et nous, de notre côté, Afrique Média Télévision vous fera vivre cet événement en direct et en exclusivité, toujours sur nos antennes.
Bomoni toza la police, bomoni tozo sala marque. Toze belé. Bola na rythme na bango. Yes. Kaya to kagabaya. Ya police ni dezo biso. Poto sala marche na métro bazali. Ebele. Awa toza na Deben, tozosala marche na Deben. Nazoyebisa yo papa. Aye, bisonya satolela. Congolais jusqu'à la mort. Congolais jusqu'à la mort. Congolais jusqu'à la mort. Comment ni toza ma police a commettre a combattre. Ha, on mboka lwa taba on ba tambo. Nambula. Koko tambula nambula. Tolembi. Tolembi. Toza na police awa. Libeba. Toza epele. Libeba lelo. Tapotez l'écran. Ambassadeur à Belgique. Congo ne mboka, Congo mboka ya Bangkoko. Congo mboka mona pamba, lobi mboko lula yango.